anxious to coil herself into her husband's heart, but kept in check in awestruck reverence of his exalted intellectual qualities and his majestic personal appearance.
But you see, I must consider my temperament. For instance, my temperament would demand some strong scenes of justifiable jealousy.
Oh, well, there's no difficulty in that. You shall have them.
With a lovely but detested rival.
Well, I'll provide the rivals.
Whom I should stab.
Oh, I wouldn't stab her. It's been done to death. Oh, I should treat her with a silent, contemptuous disdain. I can see you now, delicately withdrawing, up center, and off. It is a fine situation, and in your hands, full of quiet pathos. Well, no. Anxious inaugurate my reign by conferring some inestimable boon on my people, I signalize the occasion by reviving the law for another 100 years.
For another 100 years? Then set the merry joy bells ringing! Let festive epithalamium resound throughout these ancient halls. Cut the satisfying sandwich, broach the exhilarating masala, and let us rejoice today if we never rejoice again.
But I don't think I understand that. We have already rejoiced a good deal.
Happy man. You little know the extent of the good things you're in for. When you killed Rudolph, you adopted all his overwhelming responsibilities. Know then that I, Caroline von Krakenfeld, am the most overwhelming of them all.
Oh, but stop! Stop! I've just been married to someone else.
Yes, Ma, to somebody else. Do you suppose I intend to give up a magnificent part without a struggle?
My good girl, I have the law on my side. You must bear this calamity with resignation. If you must struggle, go away and struggle in the seclusion of your chamber. Then away to the wedding we go, and summer charioteers. No pride, no reluctance we show to embark on a married careers. No true resolutions we grow in the heart of impetuous tears. To our wedding we eagerly go, so brothers of love and charioteers.
rest of the costume. That's Ludwig's doing. He found the time heavy on his hands and he's amusing himself by getting married to Lisa. God, Lisa, for here she is.
I simply cannot stand to see my Ludwig marry somebody else twice in one day.
Lisa, what's the matter? Why, what's the matter with the girl? Anyone think you've seen a ghost? But he's not marrying Lisa. And who is he marrying? Julia! Oh, I see it all now. A scoundrel! He had to adopt all of my responsibilities, and he's shabbily taken advantage of the situation by marrying the girl I'm engaged to. So it can't be Julia, for here she is.
I've made up my mind. I won't stand it. I'll hand in my notice at once.
Julia, what a relief. You are still true to me. Don't run away. Listen to me, are you all crazy?
What would you with me, Spectre? What are you doing out of your tomb at this time of day, apparition?
I do wish I could make you girls understand that I'm only technically dead. And then physically I'm as alive as ever was in my life. Anyway, it all must be on its last legs by now. And in a few hours I shall come to life again, resume all my social and civil functions, and claim my darling as my blushing bride.
Oh, then you haven't heard.
Haven't heard of it. How could I? There are no daily papers beyond the grave.
Why, Ludwig challenged Rudolph and won, and now he's Grand Duke, and he's revived the law for another century.
What? But you're not serious. You're only joking. You don't mean to say you're going to cry off.
Well, I really can't afford to wait until your time is up. You know, I've always set my face against long engagements.
Then defy the law and marry me now!
No. These legal technicalities cannot be defied. Situated as you are, you have no power to make me your wife. At best, you could only make me your widow.
Then be my widow! My little winsome widow.
What would be the good of that? Why, you goose, I should marry again within a month.
If the light of love's lingering ember has faded with gloom, you cannot regret or remember a voice from the tomb. Stands for natural diction, should guide as a solemn restriction. Oh, by a mere legal fiction, a voice from the tomb. A voice from
you know not. No, the locality in which he situates his principality, but, well, as he guesses by some odd fatality, this is the spot for cut-and-dry formality. Let him appear. He'll find out that we're remarkable for a cut-and-dry formality. I have a plan. I'll tell you all the plot of it. He wants formality. He shall have a lot of it. Conceal yourselves, and when I give the cue, spring out of it. You all know what to do.
Well, my dear, here we are at last, just in time to compel Duke Rudolph to comply with the conditions of his marriage contract.
Yes.
Another hour and he would have been too late.
Oh, yes, Papa. But if you hadn't fortunately have discovered a means of making an income by an honest industry, why, we should never have got here at all.
Ah, very true. Confined for the last 2 years within the precincts of my palace by an obdurate bootmaker held a warrant for my arrest, I endeavored to spend my enforced leisure time with the study of the doctrine of chance. Mainly to see if there was ever a chance of me going out for a walk again. And in doing so, I came upon a fascinating little game which I called roulette, and by which, in one sitting, I won no less than 5,000 francs. My first task was to pay off my bootmaker, my second to hire a group of second-hand nobles, and my third to hurry off here to Fenwick-Harfenwick just as fast as I could. And speaking of nobles, where's our court? Chancellor!
Yes, Your Highness.
Summon our court.
At once, Your Highness.
What a pretty job lot of second-hand nobles you scraped together.
I don't know. There's something not quite right. Certain air of unreality about it. They're not convincing.
But, Your Highness, what can you expect for 17 centimes a day?
What do you call her, for instance?
Oh, she's a tremendous swell. She's the Duchess of Riviera.
Oh, she's a duchess, is she? Well, that's no reason to be so confoundedly haughty. Be careful, madam. And who's this with the moustache coming off?
Why, you're Viscount Mentor, aren't you?
That's the finest. Yeah, it's over right here. Viscount Mentone.
Well, why don't you say so? Just stand up straight. You're not in the schoolyard now.
Now look here, you know. When the Duke arrives, don't stand there slouching, but take an interest in what's going on. You needn't say anything, but let your gestures be in accordance with the spirit of the conversation. Now take the word from me. Affability. Submission. Surprise. Grief. Shame. Joy! Well, that's better. You can do it if you like.
But Papa, where in the world is the Grand Duke? There's positively no one here to receive us. I'm sure I saw a person behind that curtain. I think I saw it move.
official ceremonial for the reception of visitors of the very highest distinction.
Very quaint, very curious, pretty-footed too.
Would you like to see how we say goodbye to visitors of distinction?
Really?
That ceremony is also performed with the foot.
Really, I don't think I like your tone. I don't think you grasp what's going on.
Not altogether.
Then I'll give you a lead over. I am the father of the Princess of Monte Carlo. Does that convey anything to the Grand Ducal mind?
Nothing definite.
Then I'll try again. This is the daughter of the Prince of Monte Carlo. Do you take?
I wish you would say something intelligible.
You weren't expecting me.
No! I was not expecting you!
I thought not, but at last I've escaped from my enforced restraint. You misunderstand me. I mean, I've paid off me debts. And how do you think I did it, eh? Through the grand medium of roulette.
Now you're getting obscure again.
Not a bit of it. It's a fascinating little game. It's an invention of my own. I'll tell you all about it. In my advice went deep in debt, set up a bank and play roulette, and once distrust you surely love, and look the bleeding and the gun. The firm mistake it's every friend, and here's attempt to make the bank, but you mistake your life and live the bank remain by breaking in. Comes a girl, goes a beard, who's the window with the chalet. have their little fancies, my dear. This one appears to be collecting wives. It's a pretty little hobby. I wouldn't mind collecting a few myself. And, who's this Jurassic specimen? She rather reminds me of your mother. And, a Scotch lady and a little one thrown in. Oh, have you a catalogue of the museum?
I cannot permit Rudolph to keep a museum.
Oh, get along with you. I am not Rudolph. Rudolph died yesterday.
What?
Quite suddenly. Of a cardiac affection.
Cardiac affection?
Yes. A pack of cardiac affection. He fought a statutory duel with me and lost. I took over all his responsibilities, including this imperfectly preserved old lady to whom you've been engaged for the last 3 weeks.
3 weeks? But I've been engaged to him for the past 20 years.
20 years!
They can't be that. Yeah, take him and hold him as tight as you can.
My own.
Here's another. The fourth in 24 hours. Does anybody else want to marry me? You, Mom. You, perhaps. Anyone. I'm getting used to it.
I'm very sorry for your ladies, but you see, I have a quiet player.
an impostor, sir. A tuppenny rogue, sir. You never were, and in all human probability, never will be, Grand Duke of Fenwick anything. Oh, this is absurd. I fought the Grand Duke. I drew an ace, he drew a king, and he perished in inconceivable agonies on the spot. Now that that's settled, we'll go on with the wedding.
Well, the fact is there's been a little mistake. On the act that institutes statutory duels, I find it is expressly laid down that the ace shall count invariably as lowest.
Ah.
Well, Julia, as it seems the law hasn't been revived, and consequently, I shall come to life again in about 3 minutes.
My objection falls to the ground. Oh well.
Am I to understand it that I was on the point of marrying a dead man without even knowing it? Oh, my love, what a narrow escape I've had.
Oh, you are the Princess of Monte Carlo, and you've arrived just in time. Well, you're an attractive little girl, I suppose, but you're as poor as a church mouse.
Excuse me. Accept my dowry, and with it the father's blessing.
Well, what's all this?
It's my little thing of fortune. I'll tell you all about it.
Well, that's all very well, but what's going to become of me? If you're a dead man,
I'm not dead. Time's up. The act has expired.